Hello, and welcome to episode 20 already in our Spanish Empire campaign. We are, as you can see, we are facing a fairly decent sized fight here in the Caribbean, where 95% of our combat has been taking place in the United States. I think if we can get rid of these ships here, we probably have put ourselves in a pretty good position to hopefully force another peace agreement. Maybe even this time we might even be able to get a territory or two. I have been noticing that I think it's becoming quite apparent that our ships are, although this is one of our newer battleships here, but our ships are definitely becoming obsolete. It's west. Okay, so pretty much straight ahead. Yeah, we are. Our torpedo boats, our newer torpedo boats, are kind of holding their own. Our light cruisers, from a gunnery standpoint, aren't doing terribly bad, but they are a little bit on the slow side, which makes it very difficult to use them as we need to use them quite often. So we are definitely lagging and seeing the fact that we're losing the technology race, and I'm not sure how to get around that. Sure why those guys got out ahead like that. We'll take care of that, get them back in line. I'm not sure what to expect here. I don't know. Obviously they have destroyers now. I'm not sure basically what to expect from their heavy cruisers. I don't know if these are the same heavy cruisers that we fought in the last war or not. If they are, it's not really a big deal, because those cruisers were terrible. If they have some newer ones, then we might be in trouble. Go this way. Why are we not firing our torpedoes? Oh, because we have none. That's why. Why in the world did these guys just come right in here? What in the world is going on back here? This is why you don't let the AI control your ships. Right? I don't know what in the world is going on. Took way more damage than we needed to there. Amazing how many dud torpedoes I'm finding all of a sudden. Is he taking so much damage? Sure how this has worked out this way, but it has not gone well for me. I mean, we're gonna win, but where'd the torpedo go? Did it die right away? Now the question is, can I get in here and torpedo this guy without hitting my own battleship? Okay. Whew. Okay. So now where? Northeast. Battleships really took a pounding there. Actually, all my ships have taken quite a beating. I really thought this battleship would do a lot better than it did. I'm not sure. Did we take torpedo hits? One torpedo hit. Okay. That explains. Where are their cruisers though? North. Did I see northeast, right? Well, they're currently firing at our ships. Let's get this guy. Get those guys all grouped up together. Kind of feel like this might be a mistake. Don't remember how many heavy cruisers there were. Obviously there's at least 3. They look horrible, but they seem like they're putting out some fairly accurate fire. I guess the goal here with my torpedo boats is to keep them spotted. that way. The main thing is going to be when they take hits, do they start flooding right away? Because the ones they had before couldn't take a hit. Right now we're not hitting them, so it doesn't really matter. Get some hits, guys. No, let's focus on this guy. We're just not hitting anything. There we go. That helps. And part of it is we don't have trained crews. Probably not a good idea. Can we get some hits, guys? Seems like with all the damage that we've taken here, it would really be nice if we could just get one heavy cruiser sunk. So we have taken a crap load of damage. And a dud. Of course it's a dud. miss. What are we at? 12%, 13% to hit. Do you have any torpedoes left? Yes. So that's the last thing I want to do is get too close. Finally, okay. Which way is this guy going? Get you guys back this way if we can. He's done for. I'm interested to see how this turns out. Victory point wise. He's got no ammo. These are Mark 2s, these are Mark 1s. 2 kilometers. It's just taking forever because nothing hits. I feel like we can fight these guys. Especially now that they don't have any 9-inch ammo left. Really kind of disappointed in our battleships this game. They just did not perform well at all, I think. Well, he did 73k of damage. Well, I guess I shouldn't, 14 floodings, I guess I shouldn't complain too much. What's this guy do? Did 50k. guy's just getting beat up to hell. Do they have torpedoes left? Oh, he's low fuel. They do have torpedoes left. This guy has almost no 3.2 either. They're faster than I am, though. So they are faster than I am, but one has low fuel. So where are their torpedoes? Front, back, one on each side. That. Watch the damn torpedoes, dude. Okay, so this was a good decision finally. Made one good decision out of this. Coming back for them. I almost let them get away. Phew. 13 million. 13, are they all the same class? Oh, that was brutal. I'm tired. So they cost 2/3 as much as our one battleship. Obviously, this battleship is a lot newer, costs a lot more. Yeah, they put out some vicious 95 and light cruiser. Put out more than my battleship. Okay. Okay. I mean, I'm almost terrified to fight this. Oh. What do we have here? One light cruiser. 4 light cruisers. And 2 torpedo boats. Let's see if we can't get them in close enough. They've got a lot of ships coming our way too. All these fights are going to be this difficult, we're in trouble. I hate to think how much better their battleships are than ours at this point then. Although I think this guy has a decent crew. I mean, he's got veterans. Let's slow him down. Give him some good quality shooting. Hopefully he can get some good shots in here. Maybe not. There's a flooding hit. Excuse me. They're just gonna outrun us. No, they're just gonna outrun us. We're just gonna turn. This is silly. Make them chase us if they want to. I've got to really rethink this. We can't fight this way. We're too slow. We're not getting any hits. Yeah. We're losing crew like crazy, which is not good considering the situation we're already in. No, I can't do that, fellas. Okay. So last time I tried to take Mexico, they had an insane amount of ships. That should be empty, almost done. I gotta be honest, I'm not quite sure how to play this at this point. Just because our ships are so outclassed at this point. Right? $203. Why are we... What do we have going on here? That's 8 months. Is that most of the... Let's see what happens if we suspend that. We're still over. So we're going to be over no matter what we do. Aren't we? Yes. Okay, so we're going to be over regardless of what we do. Unless we suspend the battleship. That's the only way around that, unfortunately. We don't have enough there. 2 months here. I don't know that it makes much difference. It won't let us sue for peace. All right, let's try that. Okay, so this has to be one of the older ones here. Yeah. To the northwest. Okay. Let's turn our torpedoes off. remember correctly, it was one destroyer or torpedo boat and one really ancient heavy cruiser. There's the torpedo boat. Let's pause here for a second. Make sure we're heading in the right direction. Let's see if we can't get this torpedo boat. If nothing else. There we go. Get him out of the way first, and then we'll go back and focus on we can focus on the heavy cruiser. We're out of ammo? We are almost out of ammo. There we go. Is he running? Of course he's running. Okay. We need to get him in here with the light cruiser. We chase him with the torpedo boats, he's just going to keep running. We're not going to land any shots. So hopefully he doesn't keep running. Hopefully he comes back. But he might not. southwest. Okay, so he's obviously seen us. Yeah, because he's same thing. He's just gonna run now, and he's faster than we are. The only thing that's going to save us is if we put 1 or 2 torpedoes into him, but I can't get close enough. This is just kind of pointless. I mean, the game's playing it smart. I have overwhelming numbers, so he's just running, and I can't catch him. So, northwest. Can we force them to come to us? That's the question. What in the hell? Yep. He's almost destroyed, and he's still just absolutely wrecking my ships. Every shot is landing. What are those light cruisers doing, for God's sakes? Can you bunch up a little bit more? Like, seriously, what is the freaking game doing? Yes, I'm getting frustrated at this point. I hate to admit it, fellas. And they're running. Of course they're running. And we can't hit them. Thousands of shells coming in here. We won't do anything. And we might as well just turn around. We just, you know, we can't. Unless we get one or two lucky hits. Like that. Right? Like, I don't know how to fight that right now. Because that's what we need our ships to do. We've got more firepower, and we're just not getting any hits. And as long as we don't get any hits, they can just outrun us. One thing I can do, maybe, is if I can get past them, I can force them to come back towards us. So all those shots just coming in and none of them will hit. Where the hell are these other ships at? There we go. There's a flooding hit. Where are these guys at? Okay. That shot right there almost landed. What's this? He's at 2%. We're gonna get one of them. The other guy might get away. Where's our battleships? They're way back here. Put these guys out there. Let's see if we can't get these guys out here as well. Oof, boy. All right. Another 1,000 victory points. I feel like every fight is just brutally tough, though, which is fine. I mean, after the last campaign where we played as Austria-Hungary, the battle seemed a little too easy. So, I mean, I guess I should be thankful. This is definitely a struggle. Lost 3 transports. Yeah. Sure. No, we can't do that, though. That's it. Piss off the British. That would be nice. Where are they with the British? Oh, that would be great. And they have. Okay, so help is coming. Help is coming. We definitely, I would love to do that. We have nowhere near enough tonnage. We can do this, though. We can hold on long enough for Britain to join the fight, and or France. Britain has 248 ships. Where are we? Naval funds. We're at 211. Okay, so we must have got credit for some of the battleships that we'd built. They're attacking Brazil. Okay, we just took those guys out. 1 CA. One torpedo boat. Finances. We have 248 crew. Do we have enough? No. All right. This was a rough one. I gotta admit, this was a rough episode. I clearly need to focus on getting my ships refitted, including and maybe especially my light cruisers, or scrapping them and putting the people, the crews, into the pool here, into the crew pool, so that I can, or maybe I build the ships, build the new ships, and then as the ships are built, then we scrap the old cruisers and put the guys back in. We definitely desperately need speed at this point, at least a little bit. Accuracy will come as the ships get a little bit more crew training. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, even though I was a little grumpy there. But have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.